Hispanic portrayals in the media tend to cause negative consequences for the Hispanic community. In fact, there is a common misconception that Hispanics are blanketed under a homogeneous identity. This becomes a problem because this can result to negative preconceptions to social, economic, education, and health aspects of the Latino community.
California's Santa Clara University, white students dressed as Latino janitors, gardeners, and pregnant teens at a similar south-of-the-border party last February.
To know that my own peers have looked down upon the Latino community and see us in this manner and have called us derogatory terms, it was just shocking.
In Cameron Fogg's passage, Latino Groups, she mentions about how contact between cultures can become a conflict with the cultural norms that are prevalent in the U.S. settings.
Got me.
Bob,
Look, 99% of the world has never heard about the word white Hispanic. You might have, but nobody,
Bob,
anybody you talk to is like...
I don't have any...
For example, correct English or pure Spanish are privileged in the ideology over non-standard varieties of either code switching or AAVE. This does not mean that the other varieties are not valued by at least some community members, but are often subject to overt criticism, both within and outside the community.
Learn how to speak English.
I speak English just fine.
You do, but these people don't.
I talk English and what?
No. Am I upset?
Yeah, I just don't understand.
Okay. I went to Lowe's today, and the cashier was speaking Spanish. I particularly don't enjoy speaking Spanish in my country.
Standard varieties are seen by many as a way to get ahead.
You guys better go back to school and learn how to read and write English and study the Constitution, the laws of this country. If you go to school and study and don't get into one of those gangs and you go to college, then I applaud you.
This clip is suggesting that the white man is stigmatizing this group of ignorant Mexicans to a lack of education and success. Non-standard dialects are usually considered low prestige among working class men. However, Spanish speakers usually want to gain recognition by indexing acceptance or solidarity with their own group of people. This idea of covert prestige was first introduced by William Labov, who noticed that even speakers who used non-standard dialects often believed that their own dialect was bad or inferior.
Can I just ask you one question?
You know what, ma'am? You have to wait. Okay?
What? No, a maid.
I was not born a Latino. However, I do have a Puerto Rican assistant.
You are so good, thank God. You should be a personal assistant.
She's a maid.
Depending on the representation of the media, some portrayals appear to be more acceptable than others. Laughing in situations that are humorous are perfect social bonding functions. Our brains are looking for patterns in understanding what is happening and predicts what will happen next. So, when we expect something to occur and all of a sudden it changes, we often react with laughter. It's because we have just learned something that is logical order. This theory is called the incongruity theory of humor. This theory says that things are funny because there is a consistency between what we expect and what actually happens. That is why comedians are the perfect critics about their own society and linguistic ownerships.
Hi, can I have a jumbo jack? Okay, you want a jumbo jack? Jumbo Yak. I don't think there's a Y in Jack. Some tainted green onions showed up at Taco Bell. Okay, white people get E. coli, the whole world fucking stops. Who picks the onions? Latinos. You talk shit about us, it gets down to the fields.
Mock language is an artificial linguistic variety that is produced through imitation or parody of an actual linguistic variety. Interestingly, the best mock language performers are those whose identity is associated with the mockery. This is because they can perform exaggerations to the point where the speaker and the audience will consider it harmless and humorous. That doesn't mean that the native speakers will ever consider it insulting. Jane Hill coined this term to describe the phenomenon or linguistic system of pseudo-Spanish phrases commonly used by Anglo-Americans. Hill found the use of mock Spanish to be most prevalent among middle and upper middle income college-educated whites.
Hey, chica! Lower your bass. Lower el beso. Hasta la vista, baby!
She highlights its double standard, the fact that Hispanics are still expected to follow the linguistic norms of Americans' English, while Anglo-Americans ignore the grammar of the language they are borrowing from.
Anytime I do a show and there's more than 3 Latinos, forget it. Latino night, Hispanic night, Mojado Monday or Taco Tuesday or Wetback Wednesday or Tortilla Thursday or Fiesta Friday or Sábado Gigante.
Mock Spanish eventually became a dual indexicality. So, while Hispanics are continually portrayed negatively through media and paradigms, especially news stations, it is respectable that as dialect develops and stabilizes, new permutations of these patterns may emerge, reflecting the integration of ethnic and local identities in different ways.